Recently, I've found myself with more free time than I'm used to. Much more. So I said, what's the best thing I could do with this free time?
Get a job, you bum!
No, I'm sure it's the right time to make a new game, and I have just the idea. I want to make an underwater truck driving, cargo trading, boss battle rail shooter roguelike. Obviously. Why? Because I am hot off winning Best Sound in a Game for an itch.io game jam of 6 games. I know, I'm unstoppable, and I'm not going to be rational. Alright, so what does an underwater truck driving, cargo trading, boss battle, rail shooter, roguelike look like? Let's throw together some quick programmer art. I really wanted a spaghetti code joke here, but this creepy Adobe stock footage just has to stay. A bit of editing magic, and voila, we have this. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, wait. Let me try that again. Better? We're just going to have to make this work. Now, back to underwater truck driving, cargo trading, boss battle, rail shooter, roguelike. We're going to need a game setting, so let's figure that out first.
The future. The polar ice caps have melted.
So what is it about the 1995 cinematic masterpiece that draws me to want to make a video game about it? Well, let's get the elephant out of the room. As films go, it's perfect. It's so perfect that they already made a game about it. They made a bunch of games. While writing the script, I even left the Game Boy version playing in the background because it was fire. I don't know what to say here. It was good. I liked it. I just can't say fire other than trying to be ironic. All right, these games really aren't going in my direction. They're too cluttered and something feels off. Waterworld is an empty world, a world where humanity is about to disappear. But the video game versions, it's rush hour, all day, every day. Looking for solitude in the apocalypse? Too bad. There are still people every place you go, everywhere. Mad Max had this issue. I think it just happens with apocalypse settings. Players and investors want to do things. If you pitched, the player won't see anyone for literally days, you wouldn't see any corporate interest. However, in the indie space, I think we have the room to explore emptiness. It's likely a slippery slope from empty to boring, so I'll have to be careful. We'll see. I'll revisit this later as it's a make or break element of the game. Let's move on. Truck driving and cargo trading. Not a single wheel to be seen. Glorious. But is this truck driving? I need it to be truck driving. Please let it be truck driving. You see, not long ago I made a mistake. I kept playing Mudrunner in the living room and was convinced it was acceptable adult behavior. Some of you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to be single, and I want this game to be fun for couch co-op. So I'm going to limit how simmy things get and cross my fingers. Let's be honest. We need trucks so we can have a CB in the game.
19, breaker 19. I see a portable gas station up ahead of me. Do you copy?
No radio on board? This will not stand. Let's fire up Visual Studio.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
Scope creep on this project is going to be real. Alright, just breathe. Underwater? Check. Truck driving? Check. Cargo? We'll circle back for that, so check. Boss battle rail shooter. Alright, this one I need you to stay with me. What and why a boss battle rail shooter? A what? For those of you that haven't seen 30 Summers, let me explain. A rail shooter is a first-person shooter where the player's legs and torso aren't under their control. Movement is scripted, following a controlled path, leaving the player primarily occupied with shooting anything that moves. Boss battles are already a mainstay of rail shooters, so strangely, this mashup is the sanest part of the plan. There are two reasons I'd like to embrace games like Cuphead and Shadow of the Colossus. One, I'm leaning towards the weapons on the sub-truck being more like World War II submarines than modern Gatling guns. The game cycle will emphasize well-placed shots and the time between them to prepare the next shot. 2, scale. Rather than make bosses really, really big, I think we should have really, really small playable characters. Right now, on average, I'm thinking the PCs will be about an inch tall. Also, I really like what Subnautica did with the reef backs. They basically made the game for me. But why on rails?
Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
Well, first, I'm not a C# programmer. I want to work within my means, and I'm paranoid of scope creep, creating an unending project. I think that by removing the skill requirement for movement and fast twitch aiming, I can instead load more complexity into other game systems, while not overloading the mental overhead players can handle. Alright, we're pushing against time at this point, and I'm worried I've already lost most people, so let's call this video short. In my next video, I plan to tackle the radio while actively ignoring working on terrain generation or anything else important.
Well, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.